But like, there's like people that like are very indigenous, and if you go, they're fucking murder you. You seen that video?
You're talking about Sentinel Island.
Like, we don't know. There's a whole.
We don't know anything about.
There's a whole history of niggas. That God knows how they died.
There's a story of a kid that recently went, and he was a Christian guy, and he was like an adventurer. Or whatever,
Oh, this sounds like a bad story already.
and he went to go preach to them.
Here we go.
And he has like a diary, and he writes it, everything that happened. So there's like a history of this. He'll come back and he'll be like, "This is what happened." Da da da. And one of them was like, he went to the boat to the edge, and they were like yelling at him, and he's like, "I just started preaching the gospel," and then they shot arrows at him, so he left. And I'm like, "Why would you even? You think they know English? I don't understand."
That
what
was
you
a
think.
mic move.
Yeah, I'm
That
like,
was
what do you think
definitely a
you're
mic
doing? You
move.
think they know English?
Yeah.
So then later, then the next journal entry, he says he goes, and they're saying sounds like yelling at him. So he says it right back to them, the sounds that they're making, and then they start laughing. So in the book, he writes down it might be cursing or something because they started laughing when I said it back to them.
That makes sense. It was definitely
Yeah.
cursing.
And then, there's a crazy part where the second day they shot an arrow at him, and when they shot the arrow, it hit the Bible that he was holding, and the Bible stopped it.
Lord.
And then he was like, God saved me. Show the big Hel Maria. And then, so then he goes back the third day, and that's when they kill him. They finally get him and kill him.
How the fuck they get the journal?
He left it on the boat. Oh, he didn't go there on the boat. He was on a fishing vessel. It's illegal to go there because India protects the lands because they know they're indigenous. They want to protect them. So he paid a fishing guy, a guy that they fish in the area, to stay on their boat, and then every day he'll go on a little boat and then sail over there, and then meet back up with the shipping boat at night.
Wildin'.
Yeah,
That's some ballsy shit, bro.
that is. There's a story of
That is the balliest shit.
It's ballsy, but
and
it's also
really fucking dumb.
It's dumb. It's unplanned.
It is so
Yeah, it was just
dumb.
there was no plan
Which
involved.
gives more balls to the balls part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. But
because
still,
if
just
he had to
incredibly-
known it was incredibly dumb,
He thought
what he was gonna make a.
he probably thought, oh, God's gonna protect me from this, and God's like, I did. I gave you a brain to think. What are you talking about? I gave you a brain to think.
Don't put it like that. You're gonna hurt a lot of Christians' feelings. There
I
baby
know.
Christians that can't absorb what
They
you just
can't.
said.
There's Christians that are in the game for 20, 30 years that can't get that.
Which is
They hear
why
that,
I'm like,
they immediately start.
the idea
glitching.
of baby Christians, seasoned Christians. I'm like, yo,
Seasoned.
can we stop? Can we just stop talking?
Yeah, but it was just no plan involved. I'm just gonna go there and talk to them. And there's a story of a guy that walked over and actually reached out and touched. They shook his hand. They touched hands because he was giving them coconuts. Now they know what coconuts are, so they went over and took it. And I think he gave him like a little pig too. But then they gave him other stuff that they didn't know what it was, and they buried it under the sand. So there's something about that culture we will never. I mean, we'll find out hopefully one day.
Imagine you give them a cell phone. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
They'll bury it. They'll
If they
bury
see
it.
just the light alone, like oh, you know.
Just leave the flashlight on.
There's a story of these guys that were fishing in the area, and they got drunk while they were fishing, and they fell asleep on the boat, and the boat coasted to the island, and they caught them and they killed them, right? And they killed the two guys in the boat. The boat, you could on satellite, you could see the boat stranded on the island still, but the people from the island were breaking pieces off the boats and putting it on arrows. So the metal, like part of the ship, so now they're using it, you know. And this guy was explaining. He goes, "It's they were in the Stone Age, and they jumped to making, you know, metal tools without the middle part, you know, without the Copper Age or the Bronze Age. They just went straight to making tools out of that.
Like upgrade.
Yeah, right away, you know.
Upgrade.
But
That's crazy.
but imagine imagine you're on the island. It's hard to imagine because we know things. So like imagine you're living on the island. You know nothing about no airplanes, and every once in a while, an airplane passes by or a helicopter, because during the tsunami, remember the tsunami,
Oh
like
my
2000,
God.
2008 that happened in the area. The government went to go check on them to see if they were still alive. And so a helicopter flew by with a light, and they showed up on the island and started shooting arrows at them at the helicopter.
So, do you think there was a period in time where man didn't have. Think about this: a flashlight, the flashlight on your phone, a flashlight.
Yeah.
That must have been one of the things they buried. Because think about
magic.
Think about that. Think about the age where
the sun.
No, the only thing that they had as light source was fire. So imagine for them, for a second, that light source, it's nighttime and you're rolling up with a device in your hand and it's light.
Yeah, they see the boat lit up.
Hold on, but it's light, but it doesn't burn you.
Yeah.
They're holding a torch with fire because they use that to see. And they look at you and you're holding a fucking flashlight and they're like,
how are you doing that?
How could you touch the fire?
Yeah, but they see the boats in the distance probably every night sailing across. They see the lights. They probably have a whole religion on that. Oh yeah, the gods, they sail. You see them every night. You ever heard of oh god, what's the name of it? The cargo.
And they fly with these loud people that have been doing
because they live isolated.
Stupid isolated.
Right? So a long time ago in history, boats went to North Sentinel Island where these people are. They weren't violent with the people. They got there, they met people, shook hands. Those people, the whites, they kidnapped 2 or 3 people from the island, put them on the boat, and brought them to, civilization, quote unquote.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So they're showing them everything. That's like driving at 1,000 miles an hour. Like, if you're seeing so much stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's like the first time you see the color purple. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. They see the color purple for the first time. They're like, what is that? Purple?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They're seeing all these things. And those people, one of them was an older woman.
First of all, I was going to say, can you imagine that being you? That would require
That's like being abducted by an alien, bro.
That would be like you trying to imagine being like them. That's hard enough to then try to imagine what it would be like to experience civilization.
Bro, they're seeing things they can't even comprehend what they're looking at either.
Bro,
like you said, a flashlight. They don't even understand what it is.
A flashlight.
They don't know what it's made of. Think about it. If you touch this, what is this? Glass. They don't understand what glass is. Plastic, rubber.
Forget about that.
They've never seen anything that could do this.
You know the old police flashlights that you can knock somebody over with? Atate quieto? One of those. A flashlight. They would be like, how do you have fire?
Why was it so heavy? What is this, rock?
How could you touch fire? Because all they know is fire, heat. Fire, heat, same shit. You have light, but you don't have any heat. It doesn't burn. You're a god.
So anyway, one of them was an older woman. The older woman winds up catching some kind of disease and dies.
Of course.
Because she's been isolated for so many generations. They don't have the immune system we have.
That handshake?
Killed
that
them.
was it.
Yeah. So 2 of the kids, I think one of them got sick or whatever. They decided to give them back to the island, back to the people, because they were like dying. To give them back to people. From that point forward, those people were violent to any outsiders. And a lot of people don't know what happened to those kids, but they think those kids got sick, probably got other people sick, and they realize these people are bad. We gotta get rid of this group that got sick in our group. They gotta die. Now we can't trust any of these outsiders. They would kill us. Outbreak, yeah.
Damn.
Again, it's like being abducted by an alien.
That's sweet.
That's sweet. Well, if we don't catch disease. But think about it. If an alien abducted us, we'd be in the same position because we don't have the alien's immune system. We don't even know what kind of diseases they got. Sure, we got freaking polio vaccine and
the COVID
one that saves.
And the COVID that saved everybody.
Safe and secure.
Civilizations.
It's safe and secure.
Yes.
So don't make fun of it. Fauci already told us it's safe and secure. I'm still alive.
I'm hanging in there.
Oh, you gotta get another booster. That's the problem.
No.
But if you got abducted by aliens, we don't have their immune system.
It's bad. It's bad when the lady gives you the shot and she goes for one vial, but then she looks at you and she goes for another. Oh, that's bad.
That's not strong enough. Let's get this one. It looks real.
We don't need. I think the real thing was, nah, we don't need him anymore.
Or what? He's white. Wait, I think he's Puerto Rican. I can Puerto Rican one.
Oh.
That's how they're gonna cut our numbers.
I'm telling you.
That's it.
You out?
It's over.
Why?
The apocalypse is near, nigga.